from the beautiful Squad Patreon server, this is the Modii Show. And now your host, Modii 101.
Hey guys, welcome. My name is Modii 101 and I am your host for the Modii Show. And tonight, do we have something special? Yes, we actually have the one, the only Dawgeth. Yes, the main man behind Aim to Game. You guys all know him and love him. So let's put your hands together and welcome our buddy, Dawgeth. Alrighty, and here we are, and our guest, like I said at the top of the show, is the one and only Dawgeth. Hello, Dawgeth.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How you doing? Welcome to the Modii Show. So glad you could stop by and literally take a chunk of time out of your very hectic schedule. So.
Yeah, and I'm very happy to. I've been excited to be on the Modii Show.
Yes, and you know, considering the fact that you have exactly 4 minutes a day of free time.
I'm a little busy, okay? So let's speed things up. I'd be appreciated.
I'm doing laundry right now. I'm changing a diaper. I'm ironing something, and I'm setting up 17 servers for people right now.
It's going down.
It's going down. So anyway, so let's start off. You are yet another one of, and let me see if I'm reading this right, YouTubers.
Yes, I've been a YouTuber for a while.
Now I know off and on, here and there. You did it for a while, took a break, came back, and whatnot. So, so you're digging YouTube now. Really, the content you're more. What are you doing mostly on your channel right now?
So it was really heavy in Minecraft, right? So I've been doing the YouTube thing since 2011, like June of 2011. Okay. But you wouldn't be able to tell by my 200 subscribers. I have this thing where I just, on a whim, will delete my channel and just kind of start over. So I've had 3,000, a little over 3,000 subscribers total, and really heavy on Minecraft like the whole time. But I've started kind of branching away from that because, unlike you guys, who I commend every single day, I can't just go all out on Minecraft.
I just zone out. I haven't played Minecraft in years.
It's kind of like when I'm going to work and I don't remember that I got to work and how I got there. I'm just like, how did I get here?
Yes, when I record, I have recording amnesia.
You're like, wow, I got 5 episodes done. How'd that happen?
The fun part is, though, I get to go back and watch and see what I did. I was like, oh, that's what I did. Oh, well, that's exciting.
Really entertaining.
Wow, what do you know? Oh, I said that. That was almost inappropriate. Moving on. Anyways, so you've recently restarted your channel, but you're going for more of a all kinds of game stuff, right?
Yeah, so I've had a couple ideas. Like I've kind of, like the Yogg's Cast had a series where they would go through different mods every episode, and they had Yogg's Labs, and it was just a giant structure, right? And they just had a different room every time. So I kind of had an idea of doing that, but as a caveman inside of a cave where you went into just like a simple cave, and then you like dropped through the floor like a secret entrance, and it opened up into a giant hangar. So I've been working on the map for that.
Cool. So that's something that's coming down the line. That's not out now.
Down the line. Okay, yeah, no, cool. I've just been messing around on my channel. I had a server called YTG Craft, which was pretty fun for a while. I'm like the dog from Up. When I hear a noise, I turn and I run towards it.
Oh, trust me, I know. I know. Yeah, just so everybody knows, to get Dawgeth on here to record this, I just shook my keys at Skype.
I heard them, and I ran over to the computer.
I used the squirrel emoji, and he was there.
My name is Dog.
So now you were one of the, I'm going to say, innovators on YouTube gaming when it first launched, because not only were you pretty dedicated to that platform, but from what I remember, you actually helped the YouTube gaming guys with some different plugins, programs, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, so usually when I find something I enjoy, I kind of go all in, and I think that probably lends itself to why I burn out on them. But so YouTube gaming came out last year, September, and I was streaming with you guys on Twitch, and I heard the call of the keys, and I ran towards YouTube gaming because it was a new platform, right? And YouTube is what I was building my player base on, or my viewer base. So I kind of wanted to kind of reinforce that, right? And kind of have like a one-stop shop for all my content. So I ended up going on the Reddit where I met a guy named Tailored. We ended up starting up the Discord, which ended up having something like 400 members on it.
Wow.
And I was the admin in there. I created a site called Multi-YouTube where people could watch multiple YouTube streams at the same time.
So it was like multi-Twitch, but for YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And and then I did a bunch of API work too, and it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of really cool people and people I still talk to this day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But now you've decided to dip your toe into some newer waters.
Yeah, relatively newer. They've been around for a while.
I know that. But go on.
It's a place called Beam.pro, and it's got a smaller viewer base, substantially, and it's got a smaller viewer base than YouTube Gaming did when it first launched. But it's an extremely loyal viewer base, and it's a very passionate group of guys that run it, and they actually just got bought out by Microsoft, who pays my bills, which we'll talk about in a little while.
There you go. So you're trying out Beam, and you're digging that so far, kind of just playing with it right now, seeing what you can do.
Yeah, well, if you were wondering, it's beam.pro/Dawgeth.
Okay.
Little plug there.
Smooth.
Yeah, and I think what I like about it is I'm very heavily on the interaction, while squad streams are very, like, I don't know, they're very
chaotic.
loud, they're rambunctious and chaos, which is awesome. It's a lot of fun to watch, and you never know what you're going to get. I love interacting one-on-one with people, and the stream delay between when I'm talking to people and when they're talking back, even on Twitch, which is better than YouTube Gaming at this point, it's like 20 seconds, right? 20 to 30 seconds, depending on...
Sometimes even more. There's sometimes the people complain of it being over a minute, but sometimes that has to do with their connection as well.
Exactly. With Beam, it's under like 2 seconds, and they're testing a new thing, which is like 0.2 seconds delay. Now, it's substantially lower viewer base, so there's not a lot of traffic, but at the same time, if they scale that up, it could be substantial, I think.
That's actually pretty cool. That's actually something I think is kind of neat, because it is tricky with the delay, because it does, to me, it's always felt that it's put a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah.
Because, I'll say something, and then someone will instantly react on their end by typing something, and then I see it, 30-some seconds later.
By that time, you forgot what the heck you were talking about.
That doesn't help. And a lot of the time, there ends up being this confusion where someone will be talking about one thing, but since I've already moved on to something else, I forget that there's a delay, and I'll be like thinking they're responding to what I just said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean, jerk? God, why do you want to fight? Then I'm like, oh, I get it. You see, because I said the joke about the cat and the yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's kind of cool. And another big thing, and this is where a lot of you guys, at least from these squads end, that are going to kind of know the Dawgeth name and know the Dawgeth brand is, he is the guy. He is our guy at Aim to Game.
Yeah, my passion project, I guess. It would have to be to stick it, be so crazy.
Yes. So Dawgeth is pretty much you're pretty much Aim to Game.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to put it.
Yeah. So the history behind it is I worked at the Federal Reserve for a while, and a guy came in and he was a contractor. His name was Aaron, and he knew that I did the Minecraft thing and I played it, and his kids played it, and it's kind of weird, but we kind of connected there, and we became friends. And he's got some money, so he ended up buying this company called Aim to Game. Well, the company was not good, and so he brought me in to kind of clean things up. We got rid of all the support staff. It was hemorrhaging money, and we kind of turned that around. And in the end, he's kind of stepped back. He's got a silent partner. The silent partner has never been around, and it's just kind of been me. And it's just been a really cool experience. Like, no company's perfect. We've had our issues. Things have happened, but I think what I like to do to set myself apart from that, and I do say myself when I'm talking about Aim to Game as an entity, it was kind of weird, but is that I'm very passionate about it, and I I want people to not have any problems, and when they do, I take it personally.
Yeah.
So I kind of strive to go above and beyond and try to make sure that none of that happens. And when it does, I'm the first one to give away like a week's worth of time, to say, here, I throw a week on your credit, even if you had like an hour downtime, have a free week, because that's my bad.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, and that is one thing that we are sponsored by them, by you basically, but at the same time, I know that like if we have an issue and we send, because a lot of time we don't even like, I could just message you on Skype, but you may not be on there, so we'll still send in a ticket, and I know that for the most part, at the drop of a hat, literally 24/7, you're there to correct a problem. And I like I said, I have to commend you, because I know you are the staff. There's not a second in command. There's you. And considering the fact of everybody that I've talked to who's used the servers have loved it. If they've had an issue, you've been there for them. Just the fact that the one-click install on mod packs, anything you can do to dumb down anything, for me, I love. I dumbed it down another level by getting my own Snoop.
Yeah.
I found that the easiest way, is I just got a Snoop. If you guys, just let me say, if you guys can get a Snoop, I say you pick one up. So all the time you guys hear us talking about Aim to Game and their great customer service, we're literally talking about this guy. Giving it having a company name makes it, feel like it's, this team, like it's a CIA underground, group. It is Dawgeth, and I want to apologize, because a lot of time in our videos, I'll tell people to get a server, and if they have an issue, to call you at 3 a.m, because that's funny to me.
That's fine. That's what I'm here for.
Yes. Sleep. You don't need sleep. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna step away for a very short break. When we come back, we're gonna learn more about the inner caveman, the real world caveman, if you will. So, you guys just hang tight. We just get a couple messages from our sponsors, and we will be right back. Hello. We all have critters that we love. We spend so much time with them. Then they do something stupid. But before you dig up the backyard, why not head down to Modi's Taxidermy Emporium and Cheese Shop. Here at Modi's Taxidermy Emporium, we will stuff your loved ones with care, giving you the sense that they are still here, in poses that show their true nature. All of them look very natural. We even mount fish. Also, come and visit our cheese shop and the two ladies that refuse to leave. So head on down to Modi's Taxidermy Emporium and Cheese Shop. And don't forget, all kids get a free squirrel hat. We'll see you there. And we are back. Welcome back. We are sitting here with our special guest tonight, the one and only Dawgeth. And it's so the last segment we kind of talked, we talked about YouTube and Twitch and Aim to Game, but we kept making jokes about how you don't have any time.
Yeah.
Let's explain this. So first and foremost, you stream 6 nights a week, correct?
Yeah, I shoot for that, yeah.
Around 5, 6, depending on real life stuff.
And the other night is recording with Snoop.
And then the 7th night is recording with Snoop. So basically every night you kind of have the same window of time that you're doing something for Beam or for YouTube. Yep. And then you run Aim to Game, which is a 24/7 job.
Mm-hmm.
There is no weekends. There is no somebody else to take over. It's all you every day, all day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. But here's the funny part. None of those are your main job.
No, not at all.
You actually have a real job, as we call it, a big boy job.
A big boy job.
Did you want to tell a little bit about this? You had made reference to Microsoft earlier, so
Yep.
So what do you do?
So I'm a software engineer. I went to school, got my engineering degree. I did it online. I had a kid at the time, so I had a kid really young.
Okay.
And I did it with University of Phoenix. So I have a bachelor's in science in software engineering.
Okay.
Which is a terrible school. Don't ever go to that school.
The funny part is I'm super familiar with it because my ex-wife got her RN through there.
Yeah, it's just a cash grab.
Yeah. Well, she went to school for it and then kept failing the test and never got it. So I'm glad I was not associated with those student loans. But go on.
So it did end up leading to get decent good job. So I worked for the Federal Reserve. I was in their help desk, and there was a VP there who knew I wanted to be in software development. So she created a job, told me I had till Wednesday to apply, and I had the job by Friday. Nice. And she said the job closes on Friday. So it got me into software engineering. And now I work for a company called Valorum Consulting, which does consulting work for a lot of different companies, but namely Microsoft is our hugest portfolio. Okay. And so I do a lot of .NET work, which is Chinese to you. So I'm a programmer. I make code all day.
Now I know in that world they're very different, but it kind of has a sense of what Snoop does, where you're at a computer, you're at a cubicle, and you're basically like the movie Hackers from the 80s.
Yeah, but less cool. I don't get to put Cookie Monsters on people's screens.
Well, that's on you, buddy. That is on you. So you do that now. Generally, in a normal week, about how many hours do you think you're doing that job? Just on norm. Is it a normal 9 to 5 or?
No. Usually about 50 to 60.
So and we're going to play a little game called Recap throughout this portion of the interview. So 50 to 60 hours at the grown-up job. Mm-hmm. Now, would you say all 50 to 60 of that is at an office that you go to? Or some of it's at home. But at least, a normal work week is at the office usually.
Usually like 8:30 to 5:30 is at the office, so 9 hours there.
And then a little bit more at home if you just need to finish something up or something along those lines. Okay.
Yeah.
You stream 6 nights a week, or you aim to. You record on the 7th night with Snoop. You do other stuff for your channel throughout the week. Okay. Yep. Aim to game 24/7. Nobody else there but you.
Yep.
You take care of any issue that happens with anyone's Aim to Game server. You're the guy.
I'm the guy.
So obviously you have to be a free-spirited bachelor to have all this time, right?
No. There's a reason why I push myself this hard. Okay. And it's because I have 4 kids and a wife.
So you have and your wife is a stay-at-home mom, right?
She's a stay-at-home mom,
which is super awesome. I'm big fan of that. I'm hoping to be a stay-at-home mom myself someday. So,
well, we all have dreams.
I'm chasing. I'm reaching. I'm grabbing for those stars, but they're just out of reach. And then you have 4 kids. And what's the age range, if you don't mind me asking?
Yep. So we have our oldest is 10. Okay. We've got our second oldest is 4. Our son is 2. And then our youngest is 6 months. Okay,
so you actually just had a baby this year.
Yep, January
2016. So, recapping the recap. 50 to 60 hours of grown-up, big boy job.
Yep.
24/7 aim to game. Mm-hmm. Streaming on Beam, hopefully 6 nights a week. Generally, how long is a stream? 2-3 hours?
I shoot for 2.
Okay, so around 2 hours.
Yep.
And then obviously you have a baby in diapers. Mm-hmm. 3 kids for dinner time and put to bed and read a story. All that. You still are all a part of that, right?
Always, yeah.
And then, so obviously at some point in time, I'm guessing in the last 6 to 10 years, you've given up sleep.
I do sleep. I get sleep. Okay. The good thing about Aim to Game is early on I recognized that there's a time span there where we don't generally get tickets, right? Mm-hmm. So we generally don't get tickets between 3 and about 6 or 7 a.m. So that time, while it's monitored, there's not always a time when it's going to wake me up when the alarm goes off. Mm. So there is sleep in there. Usually I go to bed between 2 and 3 a.m. and I'm up 6:30, 7 o'clock.
So the point of what you're saying is, if you're going to break your server, do it at 2:30.
Yeah, do it at 2:30.
Because by 3, but to be dead honest, by 3 o'clock in the morning, they should be in bed too. So that's on them. I'm going to put that one on.
Go to kids.
Go to
kids,
bed,
go to bed.
kids. Go to kids' bed.
Go to kids' bed.
That is
me caveman.
That sentence is lack of sleep right there.
That is the phrase of a tired man.
Yes, it is. So, I mean, even right now, it's almost 11:30 at night for you. You just got done streaming. You just worked today.
Yeah.
Still spent time with the family. So, I got to commend you because, I do a lot of, I do a lot of work, but my kids are teenagers. They want nothing to do with me. As long as I open their door and throw in a raw steak every, 3 hours, pretty much having teenagers is like having tigers.
Oh, you got to throw in one of those Cosmo teens too.
Unfortunately, I don't have those kind of daughters. I just have to throw in PS3 games or whatever or I don't know, an extra phone charger every once in a while. So you'll get there. So as long as you survive till that, you'll get there. So as you guys can see, Dawgeth is insanely busy. My big suggestion now, what is your Twitter, Dawgeth?
Twitter.com/Dawgeth.
Okay. Make sure you guys go check that out. Go hit him up. Give him a follow because that's going to give you a link to a lot of things. Not only when you go live on Beam.
Yep.
Anything that you put out on YouTube. Just general craziness. But another good thing is you also, besides taking care of that Twitter, you also take care of the Aim to Game Twitter as well.
Yep.
So that's actually a really good one to follow because if you have an Aim to Game server, because if there is any short outages or anything that needs to be fixed, he tweets it out when it goes down and tweets it out when it goes back up.
Yep.
So a lot of time you can kind of see oh, having an issue, let me check Twitter, boom, there you go. So and honestly, the funny part, I always joke around with Heather and Snoop. I'm like, you could have done it in one tweet because the time between both tweets are a minute and a half. It's oh my God, everything's on fire. Minute and a half later, everything's cool. I laid out some sandwiches, and I hope you guys like grape Kool-Aid because I made grape drink. So, but anyways, guys, well, that is just a small glimpse into the wacky daily life of one Dawgeth P. Jones. I made up a last name for you.
That's fine. It works for me.
Yeah,
it's cool.
The middle, the P is for person.
It's Smith, which is just as generic as
I know. That's why I went a different route. I was trying to work an anonymity, man.
Nah, it's fine. Nobody's gonna steal my identity with the name Matt Smith. I'm okay.
Well, they will, but the roulette table is so large, it may not be you. So
there's a large sample size. I'm okay.
I mean, if we're gonna do this, his social is 604. No, I'm just kidding. But his address is 213. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, well, I want to give a big thank you to Dawgeth for taking literally a minute amount of time that he has to spare out of his day to be able to sit down with us. To show your guys' love and support for everything he does. I got a laundry list of places you need to go. You need to check out his YouTube channel. The link is down in the description. Now, do you have most of your links on your YouTube page?
I've got my Beam, and I think I have my YouTube too.
Do you have your Twitter on your YouTube channel and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So you should be able to go on there. You can get to his Beam. You can get to his Twitter. Make sure you guys check out Aim to Game. Follow Aim to Game on Twitter as well for constant updates. And I know you guys have heard me say this a billion times, but really listen to it this time. If you guys are looking for not only a Minecraft server, but mostly a ton of game servers, it's not just Minecraft. You do all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
If there's a game out there that can do a server and you do your best to have it, if you are looking for a multiplayer server to be able to play with your friends, if you're just doing it for fun, if you want to start up YouTube, Twitch, Beam, any of those things, that's the place to go. Because here's the thing. It's not some representative taking care of you. It's this dude sitting right next to me. He's the guy. And like I've said in a ton of videos, text him, send him a ticket at 4 in the morning because it's funny. And now you know why it's funny.
And I'm taking my kids to Disney World. I need gas money. So come on. That's why I named the game server.
There you go. So, he is also the one. Another cool thing about following the Aim to Game link and Dawgeth himself is a lot of the times he'll have special promos, special discounts. Just he's throwing them out there, you know. And he's also the one, like I said, besides making it. If it wasn't for this gentleman, plain and simple, all of the multiplayer Minecraft stuff that you guys watch that I do with Snoop, with Heather, with Skittles, nobody watches that, Krista, Zanny, Raji, all of the stuff, all of those series that you guys love, if it wasn't for this guy, it would be just me, and that gets boring. Trust me, I'm stuck in here all day. So make sure you guys give this guy some love, give this guy a shout out. And, you know, go on to Twitter and say, just hashtag good job, buddy. Let's make that a thing. Hashtag good job, buddy, because any job he's doing a great job. So I want to give a big thank you to Dawgeth for spending some time with us tonight. Don't forget to go check out Aim to Game for all of your Minecraft and gaming needs. And until the next Modii show, I want to thank you guys for spending some time out of your lives to come hang out with us. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.